since long I was under the impression that Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison invented electricity. How the hell does an animal have electricity in its body? Not just any animal, an animal that lives in water. Nothing makes sense. But it will by the end of this video, and more importantly, will a little slimy eel be able to take down this monstrous freak of nature? Let's get into today's story. But if you are curious about why a mother will sell her two 6-year-old daughters into prostitution, or the man who had sex with a dolphin, so had a documentary made on him, or how pornography affects the female mind, then check out my page. Today's story. To begin with, eels aren't little. They grow up to 8 feet long and weighs up to 4 to 5 pounds. That's almost the length of a basketball rim and about the weight of an average human leg. Unlike snakes, they don't have to wrap themselves around their prey to kill them. For them to wrap themselves around their prey will be an overkill. They emit up to 860 volts of electricity. For you to understand the power of this, look, the charge of an average car battery is about 12.5 volts. An eel is almost 70 times of that. This is enough to power a whole house for a very short while. Even sharks aren't an exception to these bad boys.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
They have muscles that contain hundreds of thousands of modified muscle cells called electrocytes, arranged in perfect rows similar to the cells of a battery. Electric eels also use these electrocytes to emit a steady stream of weak electric pulses to create a field around themselves for communication and active electrolocation. Their way of seeing in their dark, murky waters. Cool, right? Even much cooler, researchers recently discovered electric eels regularly hunt in large packs and work together to deliver a supercharged volt of energy to attack and disable their prey. This way, they are able to kill very big groups of fish just by being in their midst. Even though there have been no recorded case of an eel shocking a human to death, there have been several cases where eels have given humans very stunning shocks, causing them to lay motionless and eventually drown. On the 3rd of October 2009, residents of the coast of Brazil woke up to a gruesome scene. A 200,000-pound whale had washed up on their shores. No bite mark, no sign of illness, nothing. Authorities give it some time to see if other creatures might wash up, then at least that way it could be a sign that the waters were poisoned somewhere. They waited days past. Nothing. So it was finally time to put the old boy away. But they didn't have any equipment large enough to take the whale whole, so they decided to chop it up into little pieces. It's then that they found what sent this big boy running to the shores. While cutting up the whale, a fisherman drove a machete across its belly. It is then that a whole bunch of eels slided out of this whale's belly. Remember, eels hanging out at packs to be able to hunt more prey. Yep, turns out this whale opened its mouth and scooped up a whole pack of them. This must have been the most interesting way an animal died in the sea. If they had 1,000 ways to die, whale version, this will definitely make it to that list. Now, what we've all been waiting for. An eel is no match for an adult crocodile, but alligators are smaller than crocodiles. But still, regularly a single eel shouldn't be able to kill an alligator, but something interesting happened this time. This alligator caught the eel off guard, so managed to get a strong bite on it, and the eel began to electrocute it. The current hardened the alligator's muscles and clamped its jaw shut, leaving both of them stuck in a death trap. It's a new channel. I'd like you to be on board with me as I grow. But for real, check out my channel. This man claims he was in love with this dolphin and had relations with it. You would be surprised what happened to them at the end.